Now I know what a lot of you are thinking. Polly. This video was supposed to be out in August, and now it's September. You're 1 month late, which is what the sane people would say. But some people just take it a little bit too far. I'm f***ing done with your bullshit right now. I'm unsubscribing and telling everyone you raped my family. I'm not exaggerating. I've gotten comments like this before. Well, I hope that wasn't what you were thinking. I hope you guys can understand that I've had summer school to focus on for all of July, and for the rest of summer I've had a lot of other projects to work on. Speaking of projects, ain't nobody got time for that. Let's get this 100% biased and opinionated list started. Serperior was the first Pokemon that I technically owned, so of course, I have a lot of fond memories with this thing. When I was choosing my starter for Pokemon Black and White 2, I saw Tepig's final evolution, and I kind of stayed away from that for, you know, my own personal reasons. I saw Oshawott, and I thought it was pretty cool, but my brother already chose Oshawott, so I wanted something a little bit different. So the only thing left for me to choose was Snivy. At first, I wasn't too fond of Snivy, but over time, this thing started to grow on me. I played with them a lot, so this should only seem natural. Its design, its moveset, everything about it just started to appeal to me. In the Pokemon Blaze Black and Volt White series, I again used Snivy. Not because it was the only choice left, but because I genuinely liked the Pokemon. And it also had that contrary Leaf Storm combination, which at the time was illegal in competitive play. However, in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, it became legal. People seem to not understand that my video was made before the release of ORAS, so Serperior's Leaf Storm contrary wasn't legal. I don't know why this simple fact is so hard for people to understand. It's probably the main reason I have so many dislikes on that video.
Go and like that video right now or I'll kill you and your family.
Blaziken has a special place in the hearts of many Pokemon fans. To be honest, I'm not one of them. Aside from Emboar, Blaziken is the only starter Pokemon I never actually started a Pokemon game with. The Pokemon X and Y event doesn't count because I didn't technically start off with a Torchic. Literally, all of my love for this Pokemon comes from its design and its competitive use. Blaziken is a Kung Fu chicken with flames coming out of its wrists. Who thinks of these things? I mean, I'm not complaining, but try to explain to a friend who doesn't play Pokemon that your favorite Pokemon is a Pokemon that is a Kung Fu chicken and has flames coming out of its wrists. I don't know about you, but all of my friends would be like, the fuck? Blaziken's Mega Evolution is the epitome, the embodiment of badass. You must have something in your eyes or like something just messed up in your head and your brain just can't process the images properly if you somehow disagree. With all of its badass shades of black and red and the fire just flowing out of its wrists, how can you not think this thing looks like a badass? Blaziken of course has an amazing design, and in competitive, this thing is literally a hack. Like, if you were to search up starter Pokemon cheat codes, Mega Blaziken with perfect IVs, EVs, speed boost, and a perfect moveset is probably gonna come up. Maybe. Once you get up a Swords Dance and 2 or 3 speed boosts, which isn't actually that hard, it's game over for your opponent. Blaziken is undoubtedly the best starter Pokemon competitively, and overall I just love this thing.
Trust me, what you're seeing now is my normal state. This is a Super Saiyan. And this is what is known as a Super Saiyan that has ascended past a Super Saiyan. Or you could just call this a Super Saiyan 2. And this is to go even further beyond!
Typhlosion is a Pokemon I put this high on the list, not necessarily because of how much I like it in its current form. I put it this high on the list because I know that when it achieves a level even further beyond, it will be at least this high on the list. Yes, I know, Typhlosion doesn't have the Mega Evolution yet, but just the fact that I know it will get a Mega Evolution, and it has the potential to look something this cool, is just making me like Typhlosion a lot actually for some reason. I still spend time today even looking at fan images of Mega Typhlosion and all the ideas and fan drawings that just make it look amazing. The limitless potential this thing has in its Mega Evolution is one of the main reasons I place it this high. I still spend time fantasizing and daydreaming in math class about this thing, and you already know that when this thing's Mega Evolution finally pops, woo! Number 6 is Infernape. I really like this Pokemon. Its entire evolution line is just so sick. I mean, who didn't think a flaming monkey was a cool idea? A flaming monkey! How could somebody possibly not think that's awesome? The design choice was nothing short of pure badassness. However, the real reason it's on this list is because of the Pokemon anime. I'll briefly explain if you didn't watch the only good season of Pokemon since the first one. Paul saw a group of Zangoose attacking a Chimchar. When things looked helpless, Chimchar pulled off an extremely powerful flame wheel. Paul was impressed. Paul added Chimchar to party. Paul eventually grew dissatisfied with Chimchar. Elekid always looked down on Chimchar. Paul gave Chimchar to Ash. A bunch of other things happen after that. Then Ash and Paul meet up again in the Pokemon League for, in my opinion, the most epic Pokemon battle to date. Ash brings Chimchar, which had fully evolved into an Infernape. Paul brings Elekid, which had fully evolved into Electivire. The two Pokemon had an epic clash. Eventually, Infernape's insane Blaze kicks in, and Ash defeats Paul. Infernape finally got the respect he wanted from his original trainer, and showed Electivire who's boss. This was the best and the most touching part of the fight. That is not all there is to the story, but I'd be here forever trying to explain everything that happened throughout this great series. Infernape had a strong will and desire to make his trainer happy. Every time Chimchar saw Paul, he would get extra fired up and determined to beat him. Infernape was a really well written and surprisingly complex character, which, again, to go over everything would take forever. It's rare that I'd like a Pokemon primarily because of the way they are portrayed in the anime, but this one's a little bit special. Samurott and Typhlosion have the same type of thing going on. Where they stand right now, they wouldn't make it too far on the list. But because I know they'll get a Mega Evolution, I can't help myself not putting them higher. I daydream and fantasize about Samurott's Mega Evolution just as much as I daydream and fantasize about Typhlosion's Mega Evolution. The reason I put Samurott higher than Typhlosion is because I just absolutely love Oshawott and Dewott. Cyndaquil and Quilava, not so much. Sceptile has the complete package. It's got a cool design, cool Mega, great Pokemon all over its evolution line. I like its use in competitive. I played many games starting off with this Pokemon, and I like the way it's portrayed in the anime, especially Trico. Trico was hella pimp in the anime. Overall, I just really love this thing. I can't think of anything new to say that hasn't already been said about many other Pokemon I've talked about previously in this series. So yeah, there you have it. Sceptile's number 4. Mudkip is so cute. So cute. Just look at the patches on its cheeks and look at them when they jiggle, like, it's so kawaii. Its small little eyes, big mouth that's attached to its cute little patch thingies, its 4 little feet, its tail, it's everything. Everything about this Pokemon is just so kawaii. Marshtomp, Swampert's actually really cool. I use him a bunch in a lot of Pokemon games, and he's actually grown a strong liking towards me. And Mega Swampert is the result of what Gamefreak comes up with when they're all drunk as hell in their office. I don't know why, but I just really like this thing. Like, really like this thing. Another one of those things I just can't explain. I mean, I just really like Mega Swampert. Besides Mudkip, Mega Swampert is like my favorite of the entire Mudkip line.
I like Mudkips.
So, a lot of you were probably expecting this to be number 1, considering this has been my channel logo for years and will probably stay my channel logo for years to come. But nah, Nah, Greninja's number 2. I know a while back I had a lot of mixed feelings with this thing, but I've really opened up now and this Pokemon's really starting to grow on me. I've gotten over its tongue scarf and now it just looks really cool to me. I still prefer the bubble scarf, but I like the tongue scarf as well. Froakie and Frogadier are also just really awesome in my opinion. I have a thing for ninjas. Next to unrealistically pro martial artists, I think ninjas are the coolest thing to ever happen ever. The Froakie line is based off ninjas. Pokemon plus ninjas equals shut up and take my money. Greninja is also a beast in competitive battling. I love the shit out of this thing when I played Pokemon X, and it's my channel logo. So I'm basically staring at this thing at least 5 hours a day. The more I look at this Pokemon, the more its design just grows on me. I used to be really mixed about this Pokemon's design, but now I can honestly say that it's probably in my top 3 favorite design Pokemon of all time, and in my top 5 favorite Pokemon of all time as well. And that is not an easy feat. So by process of elimination, you guys should already know that my number 1 is gonna be Charizard. For Charizard, it's gonna be completely unscripted, so you guys can get like my raw emotion and feelings for this Pokemon. So Charizard, oh Charizard, where do I even begin? I have so many memories with this Pokemon in Pokemon Fire Red, in Pokemon Blaze Black, I think, Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Light Platinum. Basically every single Pokemon game, I've just started off with Charizard. If there's Kanto starters available, I've just started off with Charizard or eventually got him somehow. I just love this Pokemon that much. Charizard's design, even like Mega Charizard X, Mega Charizard Y, regular Charizard, I just love its design so much. I mean, I think everyone can relate, well, not everyone, but most people can relate to me when they say this, because people call me a Charizard or a Charizard tard, and you know what, just screw you guys, I don't care. I love this thing and you guys can't stop, you guys just can't take that away from me. It's just something about it, like you just like feel like you're in control when you have this Pokemon. Like when you have this Pokemon, you feel like you have the authority over your opponent. Like you just have some sort of superiority over your opponent, and that's that's just really how I feel when I use Charizard. I love Charmander and I love Charmeleon, like almost equally, if not a little bit below how much I love Charizard. But Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y, there is no competition. There is no competition. This Pokemon is my favorite Pokemon of all time. I've said this before in many videos. This Pokemon is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Mega Charizard X in specific, but I also love Mega Charizard Y. I love both of the Pokemon. Oh my gosh, I love these Pokemon so much. Let's start off with Mega Charizard Y. Now, Mega Charizard Y gave Charizard the competitive boost that he really needed, because if you guys don't know, Charizard wasn't the best Pokemon in competitive battling, and Mega Charizard Y really gave him that boost. I love it, of course. I love its design. I love its shiny, especially. Its shiny looks godlike. Yeah, I love it. It gave it the competitive boost that it needed, because this Pokemon, let's face it, this Pokemon was trash and competitive. And since it got Mega Charizard Y, it got a whole bunch more special attack. Its special attack is powerful. Special attack is like through the roof. Oh my god, it's 154 plus the Drought plus the Stab, Fire Blast. You're done. You're done. You're not living. You're not living. Mega Charizard X also gave it the much needed competitive boost, only in different aspects. It's a different kind of Pokemon that you're supposed, like, just you use it differently from Mega Charizard Y. For Mega Charizard X, oh my god, Mega Charizard X, this guy, whew. I can still remember when the trailer first came out. I was so hyped for this thing. When I saw it, I was like jumping through the roof, like it was in the morning when I woke up, and that thing woke me up. I was sleepy and that thing just woke me up. I was wide awake. When I saw a Mega Evolve and like the flames coming out of its mouth and like its wings are like more big and like masculine, I was like, this is my Charizard. This is my Charizard. Let's go. And then I saw it was a Dragon type right after, and I think I fainted that day. I was like done. I'm like, I can die right now and I'd be happy. I can die right now and I'd be happy. Of course, I used this thing in Pokemon X, and it was the first Pokemon I got to level 100 in that game. Greninja was my starter, but I treated this Mega Charizard more like it was my starter than Greninja, just because I simply like it more than Mega Charizard. A little bit of bias there, but yeah, it's it's my file, I do whatever I want. This Pokemon and its entire evolution line just hold a special place in my heart, and above all, that's the reason they're number 1 on this list. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It took a lot of time to make this video in part 1. Go and check out part 1 if you haven't already. I'll leave an annotation and links are in the description, of course. I thank all of you guys for supporting my channel. I really appreciate all the support I've been getting recently, even though I haven't really been uploading anything to this channel at least. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the project, if you enjoyed the top 18 series as a whole. And I'll catch you guys probably in October with another video. Alright, peace!